Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to close the back of the head of the Sleepy Zebra pattern, and I'm also going to show you how to shape the face, so how to make those eye indents like this. So I've already completed the head. This is the purple yarn right here is round 19. You'll need a yarn needle, some scissors, and your hook just to do one last stitch. So you still have this white tail that's over here. You will be hiding that in a second. I'll show you how. But first I like to slip stitch into the next stitch. So I just did 6 decreases around to get the last 6 stitches. Here's the little hole right there in the back of the head. So this is, I snipped my white yarn tail pretty short because I'm not really going to use that. I'm just going to secure it in the head. And then you'll do one slip stitch with the purple or whatever your darker accent color is. Pull it up. And if you hear my kids in the background, sorry. Oh, yep, now they're fighting with each other. Cool. Anyway, so here is the white. What I like to do is just tie a knot with these two right now. Just a double knot is plenty. And then I first put the white on my hook, or on my needle, to just put it into the head to hide it, secure it in there. I just go right through the remaining 6 stitches, pull it through like that, and then just trim off the excess like so. Then just throw that away or use it for stuffings. It's great for stuffings. I've also been putting in a little bit of leftover plush yarn, like scrapped yarn, into the bodies of my rag dolls just to give them a little oomph, especially like some of the custom orders. People want a little bit of stuffing in there so they're not just flat. And the scrap yarn of this brunette blanket yarn is really good for that. Okay, so I put my yarn needle on the purple yarn now, and you're just going to weave in and out of the front loops of the last 6 stitches. So I just grab the next one like this, grab the second one like that. I usually kind of do 2 at a time. Tug on it a little bit, go to the next 2, boom, boom. Tug on it a little bit. And the next ones, especially with this yarn, they get a little bit cloudy, but just try to find 2 more loops in there to grab like so. There we go. And if it's not just absolutely perfect laying flat, that's okay. The mane of the zebra is going to go over top of this, so no worries. Then just to make it extra secure, I usually just find a random loop to make a little knot with before I move on to the next step. That's my 3-year-old in the background, sorry. If you have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, you know it's pretty much impossible to get them to be quiet. Anywho, so you can tell this is like the bottom, what I consider the bottom. This is the seam of all of the row color changes and everything. And I like to start by just finding a good, like, indents. Hold on a second. Okay. I like to find little indents, or I make indents, I'm sorry, with my thumbs, just where I think the eyes look best. For this example, it's right around the second fresh row of your accent color, right here. So you have the nose, and you have the first accent color, the second one. That's where I like mine to sit. So I kind of just keep my fingers there, eyeball where that's at, go back in somewhere through your last 6 stitches, go out to one of those indents like that. Pull, and this is where you don't want to pull too hard on these first few passes because it will make the back of your zebra head kind of push in. So I just make it flush like that, And after the first few passes, you can start to pull a little bit harder. So I like to find them again, make sure they're pretty even. So I'm coming up through that one, go back down through the next stitch, kind of at an angle, and then go to where you put your other indent right there. And this is where I kind of push in my indents and pull the yarn at the same time to get it to kind of cave in like that. So do that, repeat that on the side. And then I go back to my original holes. Pinch and pull at the same time. And then since this burnette yarn is so strong and it's not stretchy, I usually really just do one more pass of the same thing. And then for the ending, I go out somewhere down here where you know the neck is gonna be. That's where I like to do it. But however you like to do your embroidery is really up to you. There we go. Nice little eye indents. And then I'm down here. I usually just do another quick knot to secure that, and then hide it in the head. Don't pull too hard or it will misshape the bottom of your head. Trim away the excess. Be sure to keep it for stuffings later. And that's the bottom where the seam is. There's our cute little zebra head. It'll get cuter when we have ears and eyes.